Hello, Josue. Welcome to the live stream. All right, engine is on. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. We're back here in American Truck Simulator. Just make sure my live stream stats are working, and I think they are. Hard to tell. All right, I think everything is working. Can't really see the numbers here on TikTok, but I assume it's working. I don't even remember. I started this delivery this morning and I had to stop. Now I'm back. I'm going to Artesia. I think it's in Texas as well. I don't recall. Welcome to the live stream if you're joining right now. Hoping you're having a good day so far on this Thursday. Hey man, what's up? How are you doing today? Oh yeah, I do. Of course I do. We were driving together. Unless you were driving a Corvette, right? I think it was a Corvette. Come over. I'm in Texas now, not in Japan. Yeah, right, the blue Corvette. I was trying to remember the color. For some reason I had white. I don't know why. Why would somebody drive a white Corvette? Maybe because they live in Florida and people here in Florida have white cars. Sorry, there's a car there. Let's stop here at the shoulder for a second. Yeah, man. Ask away. Gotta fix one of my screens here for my YouTube stats. I can't see the YouTube information correctly. Now, here, and then I can come here and select. Now I know. Awesome. Yeah, so the AC controls, as you can see here, they do work. I can use the dial here for the temperature to change the view, for instance. I can set any key to do anything I want. So I can turn on and off the engine using the on and off. I can, let me see other keys that I have. So I can change the camera just by clicking here. And So let's get the go back inside the truck. Awesome. Yeah, so all the controls here work. There's not a single button in this system that does not work. Yeah, the only thing that's not blowing air is because I'm inside. I'm inside my home office. And here I have a big old vent, an AC vent blowing air right on top of my head here. So I don't really need AC coming out of here. But eventually, just because everybody asks if the AC is working, that's the only thing that's not working. So I might as well one day just kind of, go the extra mile. Pun intended. Yeah, the radio works like an actual radio. I can put FM, I can put on... And the funny thing about the Volvo radio, you can just shove in 6 CDs here. It has a 6 disc players right in here. And I can use AM, FM radio. I can use the 6 CD changers, which is working. And I can also use the auxiliary audio coming from the computer that comes here. So the radio thinks there's a 10 CD changer in the trunk. So yeah, I can, if I'm not listening to the engine, like the sounds coming from the computer on my headphones, they would be here coming from the speakers that are in the back of the simulator. So I can use the volume knob. Hey, Makichi and Siri. Where did I buy this dashboard? So at the junkyard. I went to my clothes nearby pick and pull, and I pulled the parts and I built it. If you're interested, you can check out my YouTube channel where I have a tutorial. Yes, I can. Bass, treble, so I just push this button here and I can put more or less. Even balance works. The fader from back to front doesn't, because I only have 2 speakers in the front. I don't have 4. But yeah, it does work. I can adjust the bass and treble. What's my YouTube channel? So it's on my bio, but it's the same handle as here. So Flybrick S60R. Check out the tutorial, man, and I'm making the tutorial for the electronics, but eventually I'll post them all, I promise. I did the tutorial on the Apple CarPlay. I posted a tutorial on the steering wheel, the simulator itself, and I'm slowly working on the electronics now, because the electronics work with it's just a button box. So if you know how to make a button box, you can get the buttons to work. Not that complicated. I'd say the only thing that's really complicated, depending on what car you're trying to make the simulator from, is the cluster, the dash, the gauges. Those are the only that are a little bit harder. Yeah, the radio is it's a fun addition to the simulator. I actually have a CD here somewhere in my glove box. Oh, it's all the way out there. Hope it'll crash. Yeah, right here. And it works. I can put it in, but the problem is, if I play the audio now, it's YouTube's gonna copyright strike me. You guys are watching on TikTok, so you can't see, but there's a glove box here. Ooh, sorry, but there's a glove box with an actual owner's manual. The original owner's manual. And as I'm driving all over the road here, Spaceball, somebody knows their Volvos. kind of crashed into that car. Hey, Jonathan. Oh man, can you imagine a simulator like this with a motion rig? That'd be awesome. Really? Well, you know what, Jonathan? Volvo seats are the most comfortable seats you can ever get for your simulator, by far. I can assure you that. Oh, what is your last question? Let me see. BMW, the whole car. You mind moving us back? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. No, I don't. Thank you for reminding me. You're too lazy to write, but could you answer? Please answer my last question. I'm too lazy to write it again. It was longer than you would write it again. Where can you find this Apple CarPlay? Go to my YouTube channel, and there's a tutorial with a link to download it. You're on your third Volvo? Nice, man. Yeah, I'm biased. I am on my 9th Volvo. Oh, you're welcome, man. Check out my YouTube channel. I made a tutorial for that. A V70R, an XC90, and an XC40. Nice. I currently have the 2005 S60R, a 2020 S60 T5, and a 2022 S60 T8. Oh, you got the Moza truck wheel? How do you like that? Ooh, I'm gonna miss my exit. No, not. Those little things are strong. I'm gonna stop by the service center here. I got like 17% damage, but I think 16% is tire. How do you like the Moza truck? Steering wheel. Nice. Yeah, I want to check it out eventually. I got a Moza R5 from Moza, and I never used it yet. It's on my tutorial sim rig, and I gotta install it. Where's that service? To the left. Since I'm right here, I might as well. There we go. So let's do some repairs. Let's gotta change here again. Replace all. Confirm. What was your first question, Mister? You're gonna have to write it again. It's about the space ball? Really? The Volvo Pilot Assist? That's nice, dude. Yeah, I really gotta check it out. What floaty icon? I can't really see on my left window here, so I just gotta go with the flow. It's a little better, but it's not perfect. Icons is your number one ATS mod. I have like 4 or 5 mods here. I don't even know which ones. I do have the real signs. I did install a like enhancement for weather and the water. Actually, it looks pretty good. I don't know why there's some water droplets falling on my windshield right now. Hey IDK, how you doing, man? Oh, you asked about my knowledge about Volvos. I think my knowledge is pretty average. I do have a Volvo S60R that I, tweak and did a few things, but there's people who are far more knowledgeable. Oh, it was great, man. The trip was great. Great to recharge batteries. Came back, what was it, last week? I think it was last week. We just had perfect weather. Roads were nice. Can't complain. Did almost 2,000 miles. Oh, I see what you're saying, Jonathan. Absolutely. I think the real businesses and billboard signs, everything, like there's Burger King right there. Thank you, the folks. Those are a must. I mean, it totally, like Taco Bell. I'm just driving through a Taco Bell. I think it changes the whole game. I think with the vanilla brands and stuff, it just feels like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like you're driving in a real place. The Kenworth K100, is that a truck mod? And you have to pay for it? Oh, the barriers. I thought about getting one of those, but sometimes I find my way through the GPS because I see those and I know I can't go that way. Yeah, so if I miss a turn, I miss the turn, and that's the problem. I do tend to miss the turn quite a lot, especially when I'm live streaming, because here I am talking with everybody, and then all of a sudden I notice, oh my god, I should have turned here. I thought about enabling the voice turn by turn, but I don't like that. I don't use it in my real car. Why would I use it here? Leaf saucer here. I like to honk at them. I'll check it out. However, I like to drive Volvos. Mr. Bit says, yes, the mileage is legit, not to the game, and there's a reason for it. American Truck Simulator has the world compressed, so you'll see that the miles to empty tank, this is going to go down much faster than this is going to go up. So the odometer and the trip odometer, those are working based on the speed and time. So if I drive 100 miles for 1 hour, this will show 100 miles. And here is showing what the game is sending, which is the smaller world of American Truck Simulator. So I don't know what's the ratio, but it's not 1-to-1, absolutely not. So for instance, there are 85 miles to my destination. And you'll see that the 66 miles here is going to go up like another couple of miles. It's going to be like 68, 69 miles by the time we get there. Oh, there we go. We have an answer. We have an expert that knows. So Jonathan Barton, he's on YouTube, and he's telling me that the world and the clock are compressed 20-1. But that's the ratio that's different. Mr. Bitches. Okay. I won't say the way I have to, but Bitches. Okay. Speed limit increased. Awesome. Yeah, so the world is compressed. But Jonathan, have you ever noticed that when you're driving slow or when you're idling, time then moves slower? Because I noticed that. And in here on my Apple CarPlay, I have a mod that tells me the real-time ETA. So for instance, and it's pretty accurate. It's telling me that I'm going to arrive to my destination at 6:55 p.m. my real time, which is 6:49 now. So in 5 minutes now, I'm gonna be at the destination, and it's usually pretty accurate. Oh, I see. Gonna turn here. We're in New Mexico. Hobbs, New Mexico. Thank you, someone. It is not real, man. I can take myself out of my body here and look at the cars. Oh, yes. So why didn't they make it like uniform? I don't understand. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I noticed there is a difference in compression, but it doesn't make a lot of sense why it would be different if you're in the city or on the highway. Turn right, so let's... Yeah, my Apple CarPlay, I can hide it too if I wanted. Just like in the real car. Oh, however, in my real car, the screen comes up when I turn the car on. Oh, good to know, Jonathan. I did not know that. And I don't think I've ever noticed it. So now time should be moving slower because I'm in the city. Light red. Green. Now it's green. That makes sense, kind of. Still wish they would just make it a uniform. Or if they want to keep cities 1-to-1, they should really go the extra mile and really have the whole city in here. I think it'll come a day in the future, 10 years from now, I don't know how long, we'll have like AI will just be able to build the roads and populate in a way that's perfect. That'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, Volvo, especially the S60 and the V70, they're famous for their awful turn ratio. Awful, totally awful. I remember I had a rear-wheel drive car. My first car was rear-wheel, and when I bought a Volvo, it was night and day. so bad. I'm just gonna jump in front of this guy. Almost at our destination, so it told me that I would be there at 6:55. I got a minute. It's gonna be a minute off, theoretically. Sometimes I think trucks here, they brake check you just to make you slow down, so it's hard for you to pick up speed again. Wish that when you go outside, like there was like an automatic autopilot that would take over, because sometimes it's so cool to see the truck driving by. Let's see if it's gonna be a minute off. It's saying 1 minute to destination. Yeah, just about 18 minutes in the game time. That could be the 21 ratio you mentioned. Yeah, it's up ahead. Now we're gonna go to the tough part, the parking. Cruise control? Yes, cruise control does work. And on the Volvo, you won't be able to see on TikTok, but if you're on YouTube, you can see, but it's right here on the left. I'll turn the steering wheel so I can show you. Right here. This button here is the cruise control. The up and down for the speed works also. I just changed the resume and cancel cruise. They change the Apple CarPlay screen. So if I click up, it goes forward, and the 0 goes back. 0 is to cancel cruise control in the real car. Well, in some ways it is. My real Volvo S60, the volume knob is glitching, and here it's not. So there's that. In a way, this is better than my car. Alright, we're arriving at our destination to deliver our cargo. Right here, let's check in. We're gonna go for the hard parking, and that's gonna be a hard one because I don't know if you can see, but it's gonna be on the right, and I'll probably have to go like here and back up there. There's no place to maneuver there, or there is one. I think I might be able to just go there and let's see. Oh, for the high beams? You mean the blue light? Those? Alright, let's go for the parking. And let's hope that I have space. So I think if I go super close here and then open up my turn, let's see. Hard to port. All right, let's get really close to here. Let's now continue moving. All right. I'll have to go back and forth a couple of times, but I think it's not going to be that hard. I think it's going well. Let's see. Just maybe about 10 feet, and then I'll have to go forward. There. Too much? I hope not. Let's see. I think that'll do it. Kind of just straighten up now. Thank you, the official cool guy. I saw you just hit follow. Thank you. I turned a little too much. I want to park straight. The minor correction, and then I can back in almost straight. There we go. Now it's pretty much just straight in. Alright, a couple more feet. Gotta turn green. Green. Haha, nice. So let me show you guys where I'm at. Right here. So we parked. Not too bad. Didn't crash. So, yes, that's a Volvo P70 or S60. It depends. This dashboard came from S60, the sedan, but the V70 is exactly the same. So here's how we unhook the trailer. So you just click Comport. And we deliver. Continue. Let's check out jobs. Let's go to where are they? All right, let's see this first one. Too far. This looks good. We'll take it. The game is called American Truck Simulator. Really? The guy's getting tired? We'll stop to rest. There's a rest stop nearby. I spent around $700 in what makes this simulator unique. $300 in car parts and just about $400 in wood, metal, carpet, the electronics here for the buttons, that kind of stuff. The other cargo is right here. right there. That was close. That's why people have insurance SDX, Garcia. It's a kind of important thing. But if you think like that, you're not gonna ever buy anything. And this is not my savings. This is my hobby. Old MacDonald, I've been asked this quite a lot, but let me break it down to you. I go for a drive in real life, and it's very different from driving in a simulator for so many reasons. I don't drive trucks. I'm driving a truck right now. I don't have a truck. I don't plan to buy a truck. I don't plan to leave my job to buy a truck or to drive a truck. So there's so many reasons why you would have a simulator. I have 3 cars in my garage and a minivan, and I drive safely with them. And here I can crash, I can just swim through traffic, I can do whatever I want. I can go for a drive. Like right now, I work from home. This is my office actually, and I commute to the office like this. So in the morning, I come here, I commute, I go back, and I'm driving. I'm having fun driving my car. No fuel, no insurance, no tires, no anything. Just fun. And when I get tired, I turn it off and go to bed. So here I am getting my trailer, which is a tanker. So let's hook it up. And let's go for a rest. At least there's a rest stop right in front of us, so that will be nice. Really? I did not know that, Jonathan, but that's true. I think most of my drivers are female drivers in my company here in the truck simulator. Is that so? I never heard any statistics about that. That'd be a funny excuse, old MacDonald. I'm glad I don't have to clock in at a certain amount over time of day. I start working, I just have to deliver what I have to deliver. Put it outside here. Oh, I activated my retarder. Really? That's fantastic, Jonathan. I'm learning so much with you today. The sim is my actual job. No, I work with market research. The sim is just my hobby, my passion, and I have this TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Twitch, and it gives me money. Yes, it paid for the whole sim rig already a few times over, but it's not my job. I'd love to make it a job, like to build it, but not with deadlines and things. Like if I could build and not have constraints, then I would do it. We're gonna stop here for a quick rest. Where is the rest stop? I see here on the side. Oh, it's one of those companies? Yes, I can rest here. So I turn off the engine, set the parking brake, and rest. And it's gonna be raining. 3 a.m. and raining. Get the engine started. Use our wipers. Go back to the road here. I'm glad there's not a lot of traffic here. All right. What's the craziest thing I've seen happen on the sim? Huh. I don't know. I haven't seen many crazy stuff. There's people sometimes that will cut you off here. I flipped the truck a couple of times. Light. You always rest 3 times? Oh. I see now. Yeah, they made more money. I have like 27 million. I don't spend too much here in this game, so. Plano, how much was the whole setup? So it's a tricky question to answer you, like the whole setup. Not that I don't want to answer, I'll give you the answer. But the thing is, what makes this setup unique isn't how much I spent in the whole thing, is the car, dashboard, and the electronics to make it work. So considering car parts, I spent about $300. Considering electronics, wood, carpet, everything that holds this together, it was another $400. So all in all, I spent $700 in what makes this simulator unique. Now, was it just $700? Absolutely not. You gotta have a PC, you gotta have a TV or a monitor, you gotta have a wheelbase, you gotta have a pedal shifter, handbrake, you gotta have a whole bunch of stuff. So once I add everything that I spent about $10,000 in the whole thing. I'd say 8 to 10. But I do have 3 TVs, so you can see here this side, not too much now because it's dark, but there's my rear view mirror there. I have another TV right here, so it's triple TV. I wish it was day, but it's not. And I have a very powerful PC to run 4K on all 3 TVs. I'm running a 9950 X3D with a 4090. So, yes, I do have a passenger seat right here. And so I spent a little bit more than, your average person will. But I also create content with it now, and this is my 3rd version of it. I am in Roswell, New Mexico. Are we gonna see aliens? Did it work to take the ramp and do that? Do I ever play flight simulators? Yes, I do, Old MacDonald. A fun fact about me, I am an aviation enthusiast, and I almost have my private pilot's license in real life. I soloed last year. I have about 65, almost 70 hours flying the Cessna 150. So yes, so what I do to fly flight simulators here, I have another monitor that I plug here, and there I put all the instruments, and I have the thrust levers from the Airbus, the the brand Trustmaster, and I play. Yes, I like flight simulators. Does the glove box work? Yes, absolutely, and it has the owner's manual in it for the S60. One thing you'll notice that I'm a little bit nuts, and there's nothing here that's for show, man. Nothing. Everything works. I guess I can use the hazard lights. As you can see, I was using my wiper and it wasn't raining anymore. He wrecked hard. Really? You were in Roswell Nest last night? That's pretty cool, man. Does the AC work? So the buttons do work. However, it doesn't have air coming out of the vents. And the reason is I don't really need it. I'm in Florida. AC is turned on 24/7 here in Florida. And the vent is right on my head here. Oop, I forgot the camera again. The vent is right on top of my head here. Sorry, I forgot the camera again. I was showing the glove box and I forgot to turn the camera. So yeah, I don't need the AC to blow air on me. I never streamed Flight Simulator, but I could one day. That'd be fun. I will stream. There's a friend of mine. He's building a Boeing 737 with real parts from a real Boeing 737 here nearby. And he's almost done. I promise when he's done, I will live stream there a few times. He is going, like, if you guys think I'm nuts because I have a real Volvo that has everything working, that guy is even crazier than I am. How about the radio? Yes, the radio does work. The speakers that I'm using are not the car speakers. I have two Behringer, like, huge speakers in the back of the Stimrig. And yes, the 6 CD changer works in here, the FM radio, AM radio, and the auxiliary input from the computer. So when I'm not listening to the music and engine and the game through my headphones, I use the radio, and yes, it works. Volume works, everything works. No problem, man. I love answering questions. And if you're wondering and want to build something like this, I have a tutorial on my YouTube, and you can just check it out and build one for yourself. I don't hold any information, man. I think information must be shared, and whatever I learned from the internet. So I'm just giving it back, paying it forward. Dude, they're much cheaper than people think. You can get the parts. You can start building slow. Just basically, you go to a junkyard, bring your tools, pull the parts, and then slowly build the structure. Then buy a second-hand wheelbase like a Trustmaster or a Logitech. Then you go improving on top of that. You know, like you buy a simple monitor with a simple computer. Most games, so you have the Logitech already. So you have that's a big deal already. Jordan, do I find the 3 monitors necessary? No, if I just had one TV, I wouldn't be able to see the mirrors. So I do find it necessary. And I like the immersion that the TVs allow me. So I have 180 degrees of field of view here, which is pretty cool. Yes, VR is a very good option for being immersive, and you can use the Logitech, and you're basically inside of any car. Now, I have motion sickness, so whenever I use the VR, I can't. If I play for more than like 5 minutes, I'll be sick for 2 days. But if you can handle it, that's a great option. truck is struggling. Now need to stop for fuel. Yeah, you get motion sickness too? Yeah. I love VR, don't get me wrong. I think it's amazing. But having that heavy thing on my head, I start sweating and I just can't, especially if I'm driving or flying. And those are cool things to do when you have a VR headset, right? Yeah, exactly. Like if you have the screen right in front of you, that sucks. But I understand people who love VR and defend VR because it's super practical. All you need is the steering wheel, pedal, seat, put that thing on, and you're driving a truck, you're flying a plane, and driving a car, doesn't matter. VR just takes you there. Does the lighter thing work? Or can you put a charger in it? I don't know if you can see from there, but I changed my lighter is a USB now. So I did one, you know, people do this in real cars. This is actually a piece for a car. So I removed the lighter and I have two USBs here. One USB goes to the USB of the computer and the other one is just a charger. So you see here there's a charger. So if I put my phone, it'll charge. So it's charging now. And if I change to the other USB down here, the USB-C, then it will connect to the computer. So I can put a USB thumbstick right here, thumb drive, and kind of use it if I need. So I can bypass the wait station. However, I need to stop for fuel. But there's a gas station right here. So I think I'll have to go and then come back. All right, so let's turn off the engine and brake. Is the car pushed to start or do I have a key? So I don't have a key. The original car had a regular key that you put on the steering column. I don't have that anymore. What I do have, and I don't know if you can see from the camera, see the blue light down here? This is just an on and off button that is called start and stop. But if I push this button, all my USB connections is gonna turn off because this button here controls the USB hub that has all the joystick connected. So this is an easy way for me to turn off all my USBs if I need to reset them or, you know, just restart them. I just push this button. I'm not gonna do it now, otherwise I can't play, but if I push this button, everything shuts off. Have I ever tried racing or drifting? Yes, I do race a lot. I never drifted because I don't know how to drift. As silly as it sounds, I just spin and crash. I gotta stop one day and learn how to drift. But I think I drive fairly well on a racetrack. I'm just not very consistent. I can make a few good laps, get good times, but I am not a very consistent driver. It could turn off the engine. It's an easy setup for me. I could make this turn off the engine in game. However, it was to me more important to have a physical switch that I can turn off my electronics without having to go like in the back and fumble with, you know, the electric power back there. If I have a button just to shut it down and turn it back on, that'd be better. So that's why I didn't end up using that. Do I have comms with other people? What do you mean? Like, if I talk with other people while I play? Yeah. Somebody that's just sniffing me around here. As the sun is rising here, I think we're still in New Mexico? I don't know. Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't do that, but I think that's super awesome. I've seen people doing that. Oh, look at this beautiful sunrise. Not too bad. Yeah, I have a friend that on TikTok actually. He does have a super awesome truck simulator, like with real truck parts, and he does have a CB radio on his simulator. Go down. Oh. Pay attention on the road. Kind of. That's why don't drive with your dogs. I'm glad there's nobody coming, and the police officer wasn't looking. Yeah, that could be an option. The only thing is, like, if I, sometimes I'm pressing and I'm not looking. If I unfortunately press the on and off for the engine, it's easy to turn the engine back on in game, right? But if the button would shut down all the power, it's, I have to leave the game, reopen, and I have to use an app called Joystick Gremlin, and that combines all my joysticks, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Arduinos, and each one is seen as a joystick with several buttons. So that app has to be restarted. It's a process. So, like, I prefer, and I think if I hit the button now, it's not going to turn off. Well, it does. But it turns back on because the truck is driving. But it doesn't really matter. If I make a mistake and press the button, that's okay. But if I press this button unintentionally and it shuts down all power, even my steering wheel is going to stop working, because that's where my wheelbase is connected to. Does the screen work? What do you mean? This one? Yeah. Yeah, it's showing actual information from the game. I can change to PC information. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it in horizontal format. And thank you. And in horizontal, you can see I have the screen there in detail. So I have 2 people watching now on YouTube horizontal. So yeah, they can see what's there. Brake pressure, water temperature, oil temperature, oil pressure, truck status, when is my next rest stop, how far am I to delivery, how long does it take, a bunch of information. And if you want to download it to use in your simulator, you can. On my YouTube channel, I have a tutorial, and you have the link there to download it. For free. No worries, man. I really don't mind answering all of these questions, and I get them all the time, and that's why I'm live streaming, right? If I I didn't want to take any questions. I would just make the videos I usually make and post them. Lights turn yellow because this time of day, the lights in my house turn on. The British? What are you talking about, Mr. Yes? I just blocked the guy. Just annoying to chat. Nah, no worries. I don't get into that kind of topic. I'm here to live stream my Volvo S60R and drive my truck. But the dude is blocked. Unfortunately, I have to take a complicated process with my phone because the way I'm streaming, I'm using OBS. So I can't just click and block. Here we are. It's some country road in the middle of nowhere. Yes, I do. I won't be able to see it. Let me. No, I can't show you. But right, right down here, there's 2 cup holders underneath. There's an aluminum cover that I can move. move the mouse, the head goes all over the place. A lot of people think that the car doesn't have a cup holder, but it does. Canadian River, crossing the Canadian River. We're almost at our destination. Yeah. We're about 280 miles to our destination, which in game is 20 minutes. You can't say change the buttons? That's weird, because I don't think I have banned words. I think it's the automatic moderation. Oh, what? Huh. I do not have a CDL, no, just a regular. That's strange. What truck am I driving? I'm driving the Volvo VNL 2014. That's weird. You going? See you later, man. Hope to see you on a live stream again. Oh, no worries. Hope to see you again, man. Take care. I wonder too, man. I don't know. I think in real life it's probably harder. I drove a truck once, but those box, like big Penske, were moving. So, but not a 18-wheeler with a trailer in the back. To be honest, I never driven a car with a trailer, and I think now if I drive a car with a trailer attached, I'll be able to maneuver it because of American Truck Simulator. Yes, he does. He does have a social media. Let me get his name on Instagram. So, don't drive and use your phone at the same time. So, very simple. Boing Sim. Boing like the company, Sim all together on Instagram. And you'll see how totally insane that is. Hey, Nanny. I don't think the camera will focus, but yeah, it's not gonna be able to see anything. But Boing Sim. You'll see some pictures. Pretty crazy stuff, man. The dude is building a Boeing 737 in his garage. So when people think I'm crazy because I built a Volvo, that's cute. The dude built a Boeing 737-8. Oh, that's you. How would I know, man? What am I hauling? That's a good question. I don't know. It's a tanker. It says inflammable, so I assume it can go kaboom. Thank you for the heart, man. Thank you, Daryl. How's it on full screen? Unfortunately, I'm streaming in 1080, man. So you're probably on YouTube. You're the only one that I see concurrent viewers on YouTube. Horizontal one. Free light. Gotta pay attention. Thanks for all the presents, man. For all the gifts. Really appreciate it. Yeah, probably gas, crude oil, or diesel. Or all of the above. Made a big mix. Man. It's a pleasure having you on board here today, man. Come back anytime. Let me in. Sometimes people won't let you in, and that's very annoying. And for those wondering, yes, I do have another TV here. And another TV right there. So that's why I look to the sides. So I'm not crazy. I'm a little bit crazy, but not that crazy. Thoughts on AM3s? I don't, man. I don't really know them. I know Saab's very in general. I don't know them too well, man. I've always been a Volvo guy. Carlo, so how much was this setup? So I spent about $300 in car parts and about $400 in the rest, like wood, carpet, that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm not talking about PC, TV, wheelbase, that kind of stuff. This you can spend as much as you want or as little as you want. Xviddy, so you have the wheel, the pedal, and the shifter. You have all you need. If you put a VR headset, you're good to go, man. So that's a great start. I started with a T300 on an IKEA chair. Oh, I see what you're saying, Brendan. How much was a triple monitor? So the monitors I chose are TCL 4K 120 Hertz. They are the cheapest 4K 120 Hertz model TVs that I could find at the time. I think I spent like $600 and something on each at the time. I'm that cool uncle. God, I'm not an uncle yet. I'm a dad, but my brother doesn't have a kid, so got a speeding violation. Speed limits just change so fast here. You guys need to tell me when the speed limit changes. Come on, 35 miles an hour? Alright. Stop, look right, look left, get going. Oh, that's the kryptonite of Xboxes and PlayStation. Compatibility with some stuff and VR. How many hours do I have on Truck Simulator? That's a very good question. I gotta check it out on my Steam. I don't know. I have quite a few. But the games that I played the most here on my computer so far are BeamNG and Assetto Corsa. Those two, by far. Yeah, I gotta agree with old McDonald here, man. PC, it's a different ball game. Even if you don't get like an expensive one, just for the freedom you get, you know. Dude is not gonna let me in. Obviously, he's driving a Tesla. Hey, have a great day, man. Hope to see you again on the live stream, dude. Why not just be a trucker for real, even? Is that really a question? Dude, there's so many reasons. I'm here at home. I'm gonna stop in a few minutes. I'm gonna have dinner with my family. I can crash here. I don't have to worry about it. I make a lot more money working in the office, my home office, than I would if I were driving a truck around the country, be far from my family. So there's so many reasons. And I do respect truck drivers a lot. It takes so much, man. You're away from your house, your family for so long, like long hours. You're driving, you're hauling tons of cargo, and like right now, I have a tanker, dangerous cargo. If I crash, I could kill a bunch of people. Hey, sure, come on over, man. There's so many reasons. The same reason why I don't just buy a race car when I'm racing. You're seeing me trucking today, but sometimes I'm driving in Japan. Sometimes I'm driving in Nordschleife. I'm not gonna be the best teacher, man. You should see me parking. That's not an easy thing to do. Can I rate later? I don't know if I'll have time. I don't know if my family's already setting up for dinner. They'll let me know. But I suppose I can go a little bit on Assetto Corsa afterwards. I've been trucking the whole day. We'll see. Hey, Marlboro. So, actually, this is from a Volvo S60. It's very similar to the XC90, so you're not far off. But I got it from the junkyard. So I went to the junkyard and I pulled the parts from a Volvo S60R. If you check out my video on YouTube, my tutorial, you'll see the car that the parts came from. The actual car is there on that video. So on my YouTube channel, you'll see all the step-by-step how to build it. You can get the Apple CarPlay, learn how to put the steering wheel. And I'm making a tutorial to get to show you guys how to get the electronics working. Isn't that a pretty Volvo? I wish it was a little bit more chrome. Especially high beams. does one achieve this? You have to build it yourself, man. There's a good news and there's a bad news. The bad news is it's a lot of work. The good news is it's easy. And I have a YouTube channel where I have a tutorial that will teach you step by step how to build one. So if you're interested, you can check out in my bio. You'll find a link to my YouTube channel, and you'll see a video of construction of such a simulator. Now I'm working on the electronics, on how to get every button working, because every single button here works. And I already posted quite a few, like the Apple CarPlay here that is functional. You can get the steering wheel, all the good stuff. Oh, nice. Bypass no waste station. Where's the map? So it's kind of dark here. I can light it up a little bit, but the map is right there. It's on that secondary screen on my emulator. That's on the actual TV. This one is a real one. The truck just went for it. So yeah. And if you're on YouTube, you can kind of see, but there's the map that's also repeated right down here. And it's funny because I can't install. This is a Volvo PNL 2014, and it's funny because the screen for the navigation in the truck that they have, one of the options is exactly this screen that they had for the cars, they had for the trucks also. Same model, exactly the same. Super funny. That's annoying. When they slow down too much and you have to slow down, then it takes forever to pick up speed again. I'll just go for it. Out of my way. Stop. That worked. Pass this guy here. Heavy as I am right now, I don't think there's a construction right ahead. Red light. Did I stop close? So close. I didn't even see I stopped that close. Oh, green light. Come on, move. Can't even go an inch forward. got a red light again. Nah, hell no. We have places to be. I'm live streaming, guys, so no. Old hazard light trick always works. What are you guys doing? That worked. Damn. I got places to be. And that, folks, is how you go about in a construction zone. Don't do that. Don't do that in your life. Catching up to the train again. And we are pretty close to our destination. 4 minutes in real life. Hello, y'all. Hello, Roku 97. Need fuel? No, I do not. Going to rest? Yes, I do. I can rest after the stop. I have 1 hour to arrive, and I still have like, yeah, I'm gonna arrive tired. I'm gonna be yawning. It's annoying, but it is what it is. American Truck Simulator. You're playing the Euro Truck? Yeah, I don't have Euro Truck Simulator. I have all the DLCs for the American, and I'm like too deep in American Truck Simulator. Is there any other difference other than just the landscape and the cars and trucks, like game-wise, between American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator? The places? I thought so, but I never asked anybody. And I didn't search on YouTube or anywhere else. The missions are different? Huh. I just play the basic stuff here, so I don't know if that would make a lot of difference to me. The cool thing, however, is that I'm Brazilian. I was born in Brazil, so the trucks there and the cars, even the roads a little bit, it's more similar to Brazil than the American Truck Simulator. But on the other hand, I live in America. I live in Florida, so this is what I'm used to driving nowadays. Are we there yet? We are along 7 minutes from our final destination because I can see I made a mistake. I had to go back. I lost the turn, so we've been doing crazy stuff all day, so we're gonna go bananas here. Excuse me, folks. I'm special. I have places to be. I was so close. Now I am far. I hope you guys don't report me. I'm glad you asked, Kentucky. now like an hour and 17. I might need to rest, but if I rest, the delivery is gonna be late. So I take the risk now of getting late tickets. License and registration. Yeah. Yeah. Caught. Might have to go a little bit faster to avoid getting the ticket. Well, it's completely legal. Dotted line. That car there. You better stop. Don't play chicken with me. That was a police officer. Close call, especially with an officer of the law. I don't usually drive like this, but I don't want to get a ticket. And then you go driving crazy, so you take more chances of getting a ticket. Most patiently telling trucker. Go. See? That was easy. How? Like 40 minutes from our destination. I have an hour until the guy gets a ticket because he didn't get his rest. That is BS. Come on. How would police officers know that I didn't sleep for 20 minutes? Our customer expects delivery very soon. Make sure you arrive on time. There you go. Now I have the guy calling me. That's just to add the pressure. All kinds of warnings. You're getting tired. Your delivery is expected soon. Now over the speed limit. Well, I need to slow down anyways because I'm going to make a left turn. Right, clear left, clear right. I see the delivery site. And in case you guys are wondering why I look left and right, it's because I do have the right and left rear view mirror. Yes, it does work. It keeps going up. The mileage, the trip odometer is showing 108 miles. This is how many miles I drove today since I had a live stream in the morning and a live stream now. Yeah, and the miles to empty tank, they work according to the game, so you'll notice that they go lower much faster than the miles on the odometer go up, because the odometer is showing the real world, like speed versus time calculation, while the display here is capturing game data. So the game is telling the cluster, the gauge cluster, that there are 860 miles until the truck's fuel tank is empty. And where is the check-in? in location. Let's choose. Let's do the hard one. Oh, that's going to be a hard one because it's right in the middle, but there's no space for me to maneuver so well. So, all right, it is what it is. I don't make the rules. And I have 1 hour for the delivery. I'm here. Oh, I do have space. That's going to be an easy one. Hope I didn't speak too soon. Now, but I can just back in straight. And I can put the camera to the rear view so you guys can see what I'm seeing in the rear view. Yeah, I could have done a little earlier. Straighten out now. Green. All right, let me show you guys outside. Yo, look at that. Like a glove. So how do we deliver? Easy. We put parking brake and we hit comfort. And now it's gonna detach the trailer. And there we are. So let me give you guys a quick tour, and I'm gonna end the live stream for now because I hear the family kind of moving around for dinner, and I'm getting to be hungry. So let me go back here inside the truck, and I'll give you a quick look around of what it does. So as you can tell, I have three TVs. So there's one TV right there. There's another TV right here. And I have the view of my rear view mirror. In the center screen, the chat is up here, right behind where you see on TikTok. You're seeing the Gauge Buster. I have the chat. And so everything here works. Hazard lights. As you saw here, this button works. I can use the temperature knob here to change the camera. And I can go back inside the cabin, clicking in advanced. I can change the retarder on the truck here just by changing the fan knob. I can stop the music. I can play music. The USB here works. I can turn off the engine by hitting on and off. I can turn the lights on. The engine is on. The engine on. And when we go inside the truck, so you see, I know it's kind of dark, but I'm going to change the camera here so you won't be able to see it. You can kind of see it, but if I turn it off, now it's off. And now it's on. And there's the daylight red light. This is the headlight. I can also use the stock here for items. So if I pull the lever, the hydrants are on. This is the lights on the gauge filter is also on. Obviously the wiper stocks work. So fast, medium, slow, intermittent, and just a little swipe. All the buttons in the steering wheel work, so I can change my Apple CarPlay right here. Push this button up and down. Cruise control works. All the buttons in the climate here also. I can change cameras if I want it. Put here on the numpad. Radio, yes, it works. CD, FM, AM. I can put a 6 CDs in here, and it gets audio from the computer as well. What else? Handbrake, yes, work. Not on truss later because truss handbrake like this. 6-speed manual transmission from a real Volvo S60R, so that's why it looks like this. It's baseball. Yes, I have a glove compartment with user with the manual of the car in here. Why not? Right? Do the lights? That's fine. Yes, do the lights on the dash light up? Yes, all the lights are on. The problem why you don't see the lights on is because the TV is so bright that the camera kind of makes everything else look a little bit darker. So everything here is lit. The backlights are on, the backlights here. In fact, if you go to my TikTok, which you are right now, and you check out just a couple posts ago, I posted pictures of the gauge cluster all illuminated as it is right now, but with the speeds out and focusing on the lights of the sim. If I turn the lights off, but I would have to turn the TV off, so it's not going to work. But you'll see it. I promise. They're on. Yeah, that's it. If anybody has any questions, just let me know now. You can also check out my YouTube channel where I have a tutorial on how to build one of these, step by step, all the costs. I also have available my Apple CarPlay. You can download it and use it. So yeah, but I think that's it. I'm gonna stop streaming for now. Really appreciate you guys watching. If you're not following, hit the follow button or hit the subscribe button. There's still time, and I hope to see you guys again in the next one. Have an awesome night.